Hey everybody, welcome back to Slaughterville, where we are getting ready for our third episode in the series where we are playing our guy Flash, the jock, Jennifer, the hottie, and Ben, the nice guy, as they have wandered into town to have a weekend at the local cabins in the forest, and have found that they're beset by these cannibal rednecks. It's awful. They've run into him once. Well, Jennifer ran into him, had to drive him off, but they also brought in some zombies, and that's kind of weird, but that's what happened. And we've had some interesting encounters with them already, and we're going to continue to do that. I do need to make one correction. So, by the way, if you want to see what's happened previously, look to the top right-hand corner where there's a little eye. I'm going to list the first episode there, in addition to some other horror games that are being done right now on YouTube. So you can go see some other horror game playthroughs or games with the horrific themes, such as Eldritch Horror and Arkham Horror as examples, and this game as an example. So let's get on with it. I'm going to talk about first the correction, something I just missed I should have done, and then we'll get going with our playthrough. And our first player will be Jennifer this turn, I believe. I think it was Ben, then Flash. So let's go to Flash right now, because that's where I made the error. Okay, this has to do with his shotgun. I can re-roll up to 2 dice with his shotgun, and when he fought off the rednecks before, he missed. He could have possibly tied or even beaten them with that re-roll. I'm not going to go back and correct that. I just wanted to make note of it. Thank you, Scott, for pointing that out, because I did miss it. You got to read the cards almost every time. There's a lot of card play in this, so it's going to allow for some missing of things, especially when you're playing multiple characters. So anyway, I did miss that, but we're going to continue on, and we're going to start the first turn with Jennifer. She is going to do her thing. She is the yellow pawn player currently at the residential neighborhood, where I believe she's going to stay and check some things out. She doesn't have any. What we're trying to do with her is get her some allies. She's got a weapon. She's got a cool SUV. She's got a flashlight she can swap out with the sledgehammer if she needs to. Or maybe we find a one-handed weapon so she can use the flashlight and a weapon, because her current weapon is a massive sledgehammer. So that's not going to help us. So let's get going. She is at the residential neighborhood. I think she's going to stay there and check that out a little bit more. It's barely been touched. So this is her pawn right here, so she doesn't have to move anywhere. Remember, we get 2 actions. First action she is going to do is to look in this deck. Now, this special ability has to do if you have allies, the ability of the residential neighborhood. It's also not I don't really like it very much, but anyway, it is what it is. So let's check out and see what we get in the residential neighborhood. Monster in my closet. Oh, that doesn't sound good, does it? It's an event demon. I wonder how sledgehammers feel on a demon skull. We'll have to find out. Okay, a little girl is asking for your help. She is afraid of the monster in her closet. You assure her that there is no monster, and you will show her. Roll a d6. Okay, we're going to have to roll a die and see what terrible things happen. Hopefully we roll low, it looks like. I will see. A 1. Well, it can't get any lower than that, right? Can you see that die? It's right there. It's a 1. 1 to 3. You check the closet. The cat leaps out at you, at your face. Make a nerve check. If you fail, detach 1 item. That's not good. Let's not fail that. Now, the good thing is she's got some nerve. Okay, so she's got to make a nerve check. She's got a nerve of 3. She doesn't have anything enhancing it right now. I don't want to lose that flashlight or SUV, so let's see if she can... Oh, she did. She succeeded twice. So she doesn't lose anything, and this card goes away. That was her first card. Let's go back to the residential neighborhood and do that again. Alright, let's draw this card and see what we get. Inside the house. It's a villain event. Of course it is. In order to get into the spirit of Slaughterville, you decide to watch a scary movie. Oh, this can't be good. As you are watching, the phone rings. Someone is breathing heavily into the phone. That would be anybody that likes Jennifer, right? Because she's like super hot. So they're tracking her down and calling her and being weird. Someone is breathing heavily into the phone. You check the caller ID, and the call is coming from inside the house. Oh my God, we've seen that movie, right? Make an agility check to escape. Okay, let's just save what happens until we do that. Now here's an area of opportunity for her. She's got an agility of 1. It is very likely we're going to have a fight round against the villain. Let's see. A 6! No, she actually succeeded. Unreal. Of course, that does stop her from getting a clue. But it says, make an agility check to escape. If you fail, engage in a single round against the villain. We don't have to do that. So the villain was inside the house. Rednecks figured out how to use the phone, and we're calling her to eat her at the residential house, but she got away. They were going to take her to the banquet with the other people that they have the Blue, the old dog. They have the poor Scoutmaster. I didn't name him yet. And then they have Kelsey, the head counselor. She's stuck there too. However, we did not get any allies for Jennifer, so we're going to move on to the next turn, and that is going to be Ben. So here's Ben. He's turned into a bit of a scrapper, right? I mean, he's got this park ranger that gives him a bonus to attacks. He's got this that gives him not only, and I do have to remember that it does give him a reroll. He's got an extra +2 from the shotgun, so he's got a 2, a 4, 5 dice to roll. That's pretty good, man. And then he's got this camp counselor that gives him an extra hit, and he's not hurt at all. I think we're going to go have a go at the rednecks and see if we can do some damage to them. He's also got the scrapper, and he's safe. And says he can detach safe for now to escape from combat. So we can always get away if we need to. I think we're going to go take a run at him. Let's do it. What does that mean? Well, you see that way over here. He's over here. He's the red one, the red piece. He is going to move over to the cabins, and when he moves there, he will get to encounter the cabins if he drives off the rednecks. We're going to do a single fight round with them. Well, we're going to do a combat with them. If we win, they're going to flee the area. So anytime we move on to a space, we get to engage in a single fight round with the villain. And that's what we're going to do. So here we go. Now, the rednecks, they start with 3 dice. They have 3 allies. That's in 6 dice. And they have their sharpened blades for another die. So they have 7 dice. So that is really bad. I only have 6 black dice. I'm going to find another die for them. Hold on. I'll add this dark blue dice to their pool. And then our guy, our nice guy, Ben, he's got his shotgun, which is going to give him 2. He's got 2 for his basic ability. And he's got 1 for having the park ranger. And he's also got the camp counselor. And he can flee combat. So let's hope we have some good luck here. Am I going to do this? Let me think just a little bit more. Okay, yeah, we really need, because we can save an ally, I believe, if we defeat him. I'm going to have to read, but let's roll all these crazy dice, see what we get. Well, the villains, the villains did pretty darn well. They got 3 hits there versus our, so right now, let me pull these out. They have 3 hits in their die pool. We have currently 2. Now, we also have 2 rerolls, so let's get rid of all of these, or a reroll of 2 dice. So we're going to take these 2 dice and reroll them, and hopefully we get another success. We did. So right now we're even. Nobody got hit or anything. Is there anything else that we can do in that fight round? Okay, I'm going to have to go remind myself what happens during a tie, because right now we're tied. Okay, well this wasn't as helpful as I would have liked, but it does drive him back to his starting area, so he's going to go back to the cannibal redneck cabin, the house in the woods near the farm. And unfortunately, so does Ben. He has to run back to the entrance. But he does get to move again, because that was his first action of 2. So for his second action, he is going to return to the cabins. And that's all he's going to be able to do. He's not going to be able to take anything or do anything else. But at least we have that. And, awesomely enough, he fought him off and got him out of there, so they're not automatically going to take a... let me see, I think, is there a... I don't know if there is a guy in here. It might not be. It doesn't look like it. They would have been drawing some more folks out of there. Now, let's continue on, guys. We're going to see if we can... We have to actually beat them sometimes and get some of those folks back. Otherwise, we're going to lose, because they only need 3 more from the 3 other locations to solve... to get their win conditions, which is have enough for their feast. So, the Cannibal Rednecks are doing a pretty good job on us. All right, let's move on to our 3rd player, which is going to be Flash. He is currently in the farm, and I don't know if he's going to stay there or not. Let's think about it. So we're definitely going to do this. It says if a player is at the farm during his or her turn, he or she may encounter the farm once as a free action, so we might as well do that. Let's encounter the farm. It's usually not good stuff. Ooh, we found a farm hand. Awesome. He's got some serious... He's got now 4 allies. I gotta look and see if there's a limit. I don't think there is. Attach farm hand to gain +1 perception. That's pretty good. So he has now got... He's being followed around by the camp counselor, a guy named Randy Wilson, the adventurer, the farm hand, Luke, and the store clerk, Bob. So he's got these guys following him around. I'm going to look and just see if there's a limit to the allies. Just a moment. No, you may have any number of allies attached, so that's pretty good. I think that means that Flash is going to stay there at the farm and keep looking. All right, let's see what else he uncovers at the farm. Oh, Bubba! Oh no, one of the rednecks, Bubba. He's an event. Let's check him out. Trying to find out what evil what the evil in Slaughterville has been up to, you decide to explore the old farmhouse. Someone was not happy to see you. He chases you into a narrow hall as if hurting an animal. In the light, you can see he is covered in blood and smiling. Clearly, his work is not done yet. For you, there is no way out. Bubba is a strength 5 fighter for combat. Okay, that's fine. We can take this guy down, and we're gonna, because this is Flash, and he's tough. Okay, so we know that Flash has, or Bubba, rather, has 5 dice, so there are his 5 dice. Flash, however, he's got a base of 4. That's pretty good. Here is those 4. Plus, he's got his shotgun, which gives him 2 more. And he's got he's got Randy Wilson, which gives him not only a bonus to combat, but 1 to nerve as well, which isn't as important right now. So we'll just add this die in for him. And we're going to roll all these dice and see if he can take down Bubba. Got 2 of the dice out. And let's see. All right, well, so far Bubba is winning, but he's got the shotgun, right? So let's take all of Bubba's dice out. Bubba got 2 hits versus Flash's 1 hit. And we'll take that out. So he's got 1 hit on him right now. And we need at least 1 more. So let's take all the dice out. We're going to roll 2 more of Flash's dice and hope that he can get 1 more success, because then he will beat Bubba and we won't have a problem. And he... Oh, what did I roll there? He did not. A 4 and a 1. So he failed at that fight. Well, they tied, rather. No, he failed, actually. Yeah. Sadly, that means he takes another wound, and he is going to have to retreat to the entrance to Slaughterville. Now, that was really terrible. But and then this guy here is going to go on the top of the draw deck for the next player. He was not defeated. That is really unfortunate. We're not doing very well on our dice rolls, but the villains are. That's awesome for them. All right, that is going to be the end of Flash's turn. Okay, well, now we're going to go to the villains phase. The first thing that the rednecks do is they go looking for allies. So we're going to roll a dice, see where they end up. They end up at 2. They end up at the residential neighborhood with Jenny. Oh no! What happens when they show up? I got to read that. Just a sec. Okay, so the way this reads is, in the villain's turn, if they do their special instruction, which we've done, we've moved them, and then there are players at their location, they have to engage in a single fight round. So I believe that's where we're at. We have to engage in a single fight round with Jenny, because they showed up to do things in the neighborhood, and she's there to fight them off and send them back packing. Let's hope she can do that. Let's go to her space and see if she can take on the rednecks. Now, the rednecks are pretty tough right now, though. Now, Jenny does have her SUV. She can't escape any combat. She just has to detach the SUV and get rid of it. But I think we'll do 1 round against the villains, see if we can send them packing before they go look for allies, and see if that works for us. Let's roll these dice and see what we get. Come on, Jenny has some luck, for God's sake. Well, I think we did actually have some luck. Look at this. Jenny got, out of 4 dice, got 2 hits with her sledgehammer, and the villains only got 1. Look at all that. That is awesome. Well, so here's what happens. The villains do take up damage, which means they go running. Now, I have to refresh myself and look at their card frequently. So they are driven back to the farmstead. They did not get to look for an enemy or an ally at the residential neighborhood, and they're going to lose this card, which is that Sick'em Boy card. It is now discarded, which means they're just mildly less healthy. Now, why did they lose a card? Well, because you compare the damage dice. Jenny got 2, and they got 1 hit. So out of her 2 hits, she did 1 more than they did, and that counts as damage, so she damaged them. Hit them upside the head. These crazy cannibals hit them with the sledgehammer and sent them packing, saving the residential neighborhood for the moment. And then the last thing we do after that is we're going to draw their card and see what they actually do get. Chainsaw, it's an item, the staple weapon for any serious maniac. The chainsaw brings death and with severe hatred. Attach the chainsaw to the Cannibal Rednecks. The Cannibal Rednecks gain +1 and may reroll 1 successful die. Wow, they are up to 8 combat dice now. We've got to go save some of these allies. That is unbelievable. Now, if we had attacked them at the farm, we would have saved an ally from them, but we didn't do that, so that's unfortunate. We got to keep beefing our guys up, apparently. But that's going to end the round for the villain. That is it for them, and we're going to move the first player marker over to Ben, and we're going to start taking the new round. So let's get started with that right now. Ben has no idea where his friends have gone, but he's at the cabin where they're supposed to be staying, so he's going to continue to look through that. So for his first action, he's going to draw a card. It says Rope Trap. Oh, let's go take a look. So this is an item, and it says Searching through the woods, you come across an old rope trap. Make a perception check to see if you understand how to use the trap. If you succeed, place the rope trap in your inventory. Detach the rope trap to escape combat. That's okay. There's no negative here. That's good. So Ben doesn't have anything special here, but he does have a perception of 2. I'm looking to see he doesn't have anything that gives him any additional perception. So we're just going to roll the dice, see if he gets lucky, and he did. Wow, he's got... Now he can't keep this in his inventory right now, but it does say it's an item. So for right now, I guess it just goes there. It's one of those things he can use to get away from an event like the SUV. I don't think it counts specifically as one of the equipped items that he has. It's just in his inventory. It just says in your inventory. So there is that. He's got his shotgun equipped. But that was a good first start. So he's got one more action. I think I'll stay at the cabins and keep going. Okay, let's draw the next card and see. He left a note. An event. Who left a note? Was it Flash or was it Jennifer left a note for him? Let's see. Running to the sound of screams, you see a group of people surrounding a hanging man. Okay, it wasn't one of our folks. We got to roll a d6. Let's see what we get. Okay, I rolled a 1. Seems to be all I roll on these. A note is clutched in the dead man's hands. Make a perception check. If you succeed, you decipher the note, find a clue. Okay, well, his perception is 2, so let's just roll these dice. He succeeded with a 6, so that means he gained a clue. That is good. Here's a clue for Ben. That's going to go right there, and that is going to end Ben's turn. Good job, Ben. He was the first player this turn. So now we're going to go on to Flash and see what he gets going. Flash is currently way up here at the entrance to Slaughterville. Now, you notice there's this big scoring track. It really doesn't matter except for certain scenarios. It does not matter in this one. So where's he going to go first? He could go try and get rid of Bubba again. He should have killed him the first time. Bubba wasn't that much tougher. But I think we're going to go someplace we haven't been yet, and that is the prison. He's going to go see if he can find some additional items or weapons to help him. For his first action, he moves to the prison. It says if a player is at the prison, he may also detach an item to gain half of its bonus, rounded up to any attribute check for the rest of his or her turn. Not really happy with that, but for his second action, he's going to draw a card and see what he gets. Mason the inmate. This is an event ally. Well, let's go check that out and see what we get. Okay, the bars of the cell nearly rattle off their hinges as the prisoner stares into your eyes. He says that he knows what has been happening and will help you, but only if you help him escape. You have to get the keys to the cell from one of the guards. Here comes one now. Okay. Make 2 agility checks. Well, that's not bad for Flash, actually. If you succeed at both, attach Mason the inmate to gain a +2 combat. If you fail, the guards notice you trying to take his keys. You are fined. Detach 1 D3 items and or clues. Discard this card. Well, this is risky, but I think it's worth the risk. Let's do it. So the reason this is risky is because he's only got 1 item. That's his shotgun, and we definitely don't want him losing that. Oh, we got a success there. That's 1 success. That is fantastic. Let's go again and see if he can get another one. Come on, Flash. And he did. He got 2 more. Wow, that was awesome. So he succeeded at both of his agility checks. That was probably best roll I've had this game. This gains him the ally, Mason the inmate, which is going to give him another +2 combat. What that puts him at is he's got 4 for his strength. He's got +2 for the shotgun. That's 6. He's got another one for Randy Wilson. That's 7, and now he's up to 9 combat. He's got to go take on those rednecks next turn. Maybe this turn, we'll see. But he's going to end up. He needs a clue, so he can go to the farmhouse and take these guys on. He's got to do it. All right, but that ends his turn. So now we're going to go on to Jennifer. Jennifer's still scouring the residential neighborhood, looking for someone to help her out. She's going to continue to do that. Chalk art. This is an event. You would think that in a residential neighborhood she would run into some more helpful people, but she hasn't. You see a child coloring on the sidewalk. Surely something so innocent could not be harmful. The child looks up at you and grins impossibly wide. The picture is of you. Can you understand the meaning of this picture? Make a nerve check. If you succeed, find a clue. If you fail, panic. Well, good thing she's got a decent nerve. Let's go do that. Jennifer has got a nerve of 2. Let's see, or 3 rather. Let's see if she can gain that clue back. Well, she got a 5. Fantastic. So she succeeded. That means that we discard this card in the residential deck, and she's discovered the mystery of her picture and gained another clue. She's got 2 clues. Remember, we can use the clues for a number of things. We can use them to add dice, for example. We can use their special ability. We can meet it might meet villain requirements. We can also heal. She's only got 1 wound right now, so I'm not going to do that. But we're going to go back to the residential area and look again. Sooner or later, she's going to find someone to hang out with. That's all she's after. Let's see. Bloody mirrors. Well, that's not it. This is a ghost event. Man, she seems to find all the bad stuff. Okay, you figure that since you're in Slaughterville, you would try the old Bloody Mary trick. Now, why would you do that? That's just silly. You line up in the bathroom and turn off the lights. Okay, 1d6. Well, I rolled a 5 this time. Wow, okay, 5. Mary actually shows up. She's a combat of 4. So we're going to have to fight Bloody Mary. The good news is we have some things to fight her with. So it's going to be a 4-on-4 fight. There's no other advantages. However, she does get to detach the SUV if she needs to. So we can run away if we lose a fight round. But let's give it a go and see if we can kill this thing and get yet another clue. That'll give her 3. That'd be pretty good. No, neither of them scored anything, so it's a complete wash. What does that mean for a tie? I think I have to check and see. Hold on. Well, this says it's an enemy, so I think that what that means for her is it's going to go on the top of the deck there, and whoever goes there next would have to encounter that again. The ghost is still there. We didn't defeat it. I'm going to take it as that because it does say Bloody Mary appears. We have to fight her. But, you know, it says that if there's an enemy at a location, it stays there until it's defeated. So, but on the next time, she may not come out. I don't know. This is a weird one. I'm going to reread this and just double check. For now, I'm going to leave it right there because that's going to end the player's turn anyway. I'm going to leave it there for now and continue on. She tied it, didn't defeat it, so it's going to sit there and wait for someone. But we're going to roll our die to see where the rednecks go to hunt. They're going back to fight Jenny again. Wow. They go back to the residential neighborhood. They're assuming, like Jenny, that there's people there. We haven't found any of them, though. All right, so that is bad because, you know, they have a lot of dice. So right now they got a base of 3. They have 3 from allies. So that gives them 6. And then they have the chainsaw and the sharpened knives for 8 dice against her 4. I mean, I think we should run away. We can use the SUV, detach the SUV to escape any combat. Yeah, I think we're going to do that, guys. She's not in a place to fight these guys right now. She doesn't have enough of an ability to do that. If we escape, I think we have to move to another location. Let me think. Yes, she is going to escape using the SUV, which was from the residential neighborhood. She's going to flee. That means she has to go to an adjacent location. And I think she's going to go to the prison since she doesn't want to have to fight Bubba. So she's going to go over to the prison, which is right next to the residential neighborhood. That's brilliant, right? Maybe all the guards work there or something. Who knows? It's like Orange is the New Black where they built those places near where the guards live nearby. All right. Anyway, guys, that is going to... Oh, we got to do one more thing. We have to draw their card. Let's see what they get. Hopefully, invite them to the picnic. Human event. Move the... Okay, let's go look at that. Move the cannibal rednecks to a random location and combat an ally in the discard pile. If there is no ally at this location, there is no effect. If the cannibal rednecks defeat the ally is captured and is placed next to the villain's starting area. Okay, well, I don't know. How do they defeat an ally? I mean, it wouldn't be automatic if they find one that can't fight back? I don't know. We'll see. Let's do this. Okay, no, that is not true in this case. They're going to fight the ally. The ally's not going to win, but... You never know. We'll roll. We got 2 dice, and they got 8. So I don't see this going well for the ally, but we'll roll it anyway and see what we get. Now, the reason that is because they've already taken their whole turn, so it's not like the normal part of the turn. If they do start their space, if they are there already when the player's there, then they would have to fight them. And if they move there as part of their special ability, they'd have to fight them because that's the next step. But in this case, this is from their card draw, so they won't. Anyway, let's go roll dice. Okay, odds are against the ally, but we haven't even found an ally. We've got to go find one. Okay, interestingly enough, this die got cocked, and I didn't see what it is, so I'm going to roll it. Okay, so they tied. The ally and them tied. Let me see if there are any allies in here. You have to find one first. Okay, glass bottom boat. Nope. Yeah, crazy survivalist. So that's the ally. If they tie, I don't know what happens. Defeat the ally. The ally is captured and is placed in the... He didn't defeat the ally, so I guess the ally is going to stay there. Ally in the discard pile. Oh, it says... Any combat ally in the discard pile. If there's no ally, search the location. At the location, there's no effect. So, my bad. I need to go look through here. I'll reshuffle this. Just to give it a quick shuffle and see if there... I don't think there are any allies in the discard deck for the cabin. Let me see. I'm just going to run through them real quick. I think they're all events and items. Yes. Oh, wait. Nope. The cookout says an event ally. Huh. It says event ally, but it's only an ally if you succeed at this. I'm going to say that's not an ally in this case. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. Okay, I'm going to say that this card is kaput. I'm going to call a judgment call on that and say that is not an ally in the traditional sense of an ally. Even though it does say, it just says an ally. That card does say ally on it. Oh, let me think. I don't know. Yeah, this is not an ally. You draw allies until you get a face-up ally and find one during the event, but it's not an ally until that happens in my book. So that's not going to count. All right, guys, that's going to end our session for today. That's going to end our 2 turns. I've been taking 2 turns per session, so I hope you're enjoying it. Let's continue on with Slaughterville, and thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I don't know, we're kind of in trouble here, getting kind of close to losing. Flash has got some good stuff. He needs more. Jenny can't find any people, and that's a bad thing. So we'll see. Maybe she'll get lucky in the prison. Maybe she won't. I don't know. But we do know that Flash has got some serious ability to fight now, and we got to take on the rednecks. He just doesn't have any clues. So one of the things that might happen next turn is we might trade some clues to Flash. So let's see. We'll see when we get back to the next episode. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Please don't forget to enjoy my other horror playthroughs. I'll list one of them in the notes up in the top right-hand corner, as well as some playthroughs from some other horror games that are going on currently in the board game community that you can watch. Thanks. Talk to you soon.